Peavey Classic 30 with its infamous folded PCB design. Feels like some engineers were marine biologists, because it looks like a hermit crab shell. So I'm going to try to extract it from the shell, because I have no access to check actually the things in this amp. At least I didn't figure out how to do it. It's completely dead, no sound. So wish me luck. I'm gonna try to open it. Actually, it wasn't so bad, the extraction of little folded PCB. So now I have access and I have to connect it back and find out what's going on here. Do the visual and the regular stuff. That's the dark spots from the heat generators, weird filament arrangement here in this amplifier. The output tubes and the preamp tubes 4 and 3, these 4, they powered all the filaments in series, and these 3 all the filaments in series with a 36 volt supply, AC for this and DC for the preamp tubes. So I have to check all the voltages and see where the signal disappears in this maze of electronic things. The visual inspection shows some capacitors, electrolytic capacitors, sort of leakage, and like this. And this power resistor, which marked 390 ohms, has definite marks on top of it, right here. So, of course, I tested it and it shows open circuit. So this resistor is blown for sure, and it's exactly somewhere in the power section of the amplifier. So I will have to change it and see what happens. I'm gonna remove the blown power resistor now, and to access is from the back here, and the leads are bent. So let's see. straighten them up a little bit. Okay, let's try. Here we go. Wow. I removed the whole standoff. The second one was more successful, but still. Okay. So this is standoff that I'm supposed to push back, and this removed good. So I burned two of these new resistors, power resistors that go to the screen grid. And the problem with this amplifier, with the design, I think, that all the 4 output tubes, filaments, they connected in series. So if one tube is missing, the rest is not working. So I cannot do like normally I would do, just use 2 tubes inside or 2 outside and check one by one. It's impossible. You have to plug all 4 tubes in. And I assumed that they were all good. So I was turning it on and it burns resistor. And it's weird stuff, and I went mad until I found out that one of the tubes, this one, first of all, it looks a little weird, this little mirror spots next to the little opening in the plates. You see, the good tube doesn't have this. Anyway, this tube has shorts between pin 9 and 3, which is a screen grid and cathode. So every time I plug it in, checked everything without the tubes, power is fine. I turn it on and it blows this resistor and nothing happens. So that's the result of my investigation, which took a while, and it's kind of embarrassing, but that's what happens sometimes. The PCB is back. I'm gonna try to turn it on again. One more time. Check the voltages. 346 on the grids, 332, 326, 275, 258. All seems good. Okay. I put 400 hertz. All right. Good. So I can connect the scope now and test with the scope. And we do have 40 volts peak to peak sine wave. If I go further, Start distorting a little bit. Crossover distortion. But it's solid 40 volts peak to peak sine wave. Very good.